Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Link to the Past Randomizer 2025 main tournament for all that's left of 2025. We have a great match for you tonight between Skele and GFE. The two of them played their first match last night. Skele won by about a minute in a cross-keys seed where neither of them found the boots. So I gather they are both very thankful to be starting with boots in this one. I'm Drossi, joined with Proa. How are you?
Oh, very good. Yeah, so we've got winner go home game for GFE, and Skele looking to close this out here with Kabuki, going. This is a round 3 match, and I'm sure it'll be a most entertaining race where we get to see all the dungeons in all its glory.
And we also get to see Escape, because this is a standard start, since it's a casual boot start. We should note that both of these runners are no stranger to the main tournament. They have both made it as far as the semifinals in the past. And yet here they are, competing with each other just to get to the quarterfinals.
Speaks to the level of competition and the depth of the competition. Where this is your round 3 match.
Yeah, it's always crazy to see some really high power matchups that seem like they're a bit too early in the tournament. GFE actually had a high enough seed that he got a bye in the first round.
Yeah, he went 6-0 in group play. Skele was 5-1. So, again, both of them won their groups outright. But GFE managing to pull through, going through cleanly. But now, now with his back to the wall a little bit here, gotta find a way to get this going here in this. Race where it's really going to come down to routing and decisions at the end of the day, more so than in other races.
Yeah, in fact, I'm realizing last night was the first loss GFE has taken in this tournament. So it's certainly anyone's game here, though Skele is being a little bit faster with Escape.
Yeah, so far, not a lot in terms of progression. We've gotten some love and we've gotten some money, but nothing, again, that's going to move the needle in any discernible way at this stage.
And we got the sewers key, which had to be there so you can get to the sewers.
Right.
Maybe Zelda will have something.
Jail for stealing.
Ooh, Zelda does have something.
Yeah. All right, so that's definitely what you like to see. Again, doesn't give us anything at the outset, but that's when Death Mountain comes into play, that's gonna be a nice way to clear out a whole big chunk of that area.
And it wouldn't surprise me if our runners check the stun prize too, because that could be something good, like if it's bombs.
Bombs, $20 a pop or something, anything to make parts of this a little easier.
I'm digging this cave story music. I'm not familiar with the game, are you?
Which I didn't really have that audio that strong. What was it?
Skele is using Cave Story MSU, and if we switch to GFE at any point, he's using Donkey Kong Country.
I have not played Cave Story myself. I really can't speak to it. We have had some entertaining MSUs throughout this tournament. I think it was a week or two ago, somebody had Perfect Dark going.
Wow, look at that rat prize pack. Both of these runners just like grabbing bomb after bomb here and taking down all those rats with the hook shot.
Yeah, those ropes never had a chance. And GFE got to be a little mindful with one harp. He should be all right. Yeah.
Got a Burna and some money and an ice small in the back.
Yeah, Burna nice to have, and that if we get into like an early blind draw, for example, though that's a little harder with this kind of setup, always a good option.
So speaking of blind, that also puts us, the money we got there puts us at close enough that the money in blind set will get us bottle vendor money, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh,
but
we really don't have to worry about it that after the 300 sank.
Yeah, but instead, our runners are just gonna.
And Meyer, Big, and Bonk Rocks. Fortunately, neither of these runners forgot about Bonk Rocks. I calmed a Kabuki race last night, and neither runner went to Bonk Rocks after sank. Tree's giving us bombs too. We are really gonna have no bomb shortage here. What was that, blue goo in Lumberjack? Yeah, blue goo in Lumberjack. Don't think we're getting that, though. It would be kind of crazy if Sick Kid had our progression and was behind Aga. As we get a Master Sword, in fact. There's Quake Medallion in Thieves' Hideout. May or may not need that. Yeah, some seeds you see runners bonk the rock north of CAC for bombs, but definitely not doing that in this seed. We got here Hera Small. Yay, Hera Basement. Not that we have a fire source. And a glove. Okay, we need that. So that makes Death Mountain possible, though not in logic. And as Pro was saying, there are quite a lot of checks available thanks to that hook shot. Got a red meringue in the well, and a bow, okay. And the bottle vendor triples our investment. Oh, okay. Money is not going to be a problem this seed. Zora is in fact in logic with that glove. Do we have in the tavern here? Flute! Okay, let's go activate that, I think. That was a lovely location for the flute. Oh, Skele bonks the duck. Library is a Sphere 1 check in a boot start mode, so we are going to pass up the compass, though. And Skele is going to do a blind check of race game. Let's see if GFE does the same. Or if he scouts it first. GFE blows the flute and then realizes he probably wants to at least check it. Race game is vanilla, so we'll skip that, and GFE is fluting out. Both fluting to 7. Got a small key to thieves, another thing you like to see early, because it makes it less likely that you would have to risk doing thieves and orphaning the big chest, though we don't have hammer yet. Okay, there's Bombos and our GT Small. 2 GT Smalls. So 2 out of 3 medallions at the 11-minute mark, and we're still in Sphere 1. Skele decides he's not going to do Ice Rod Cave or fake flipper checks and is going straight to the mountain, while GFE is doing the more conventional Ice Rod, and then presumably he'll do a water walk. As we said, Zora is in fact in logic and we have plenty of money for it. And the old man just has a compass, but we do now have the save point, which is less important when you can just flute to 1. Skele taking a beating from those cabbages. Just what we saw on Lake Hylia Island. Just a small key, so we'll probably want to go back for that. Ooh, and GFE gets a bit screwed there because he got a full refill from that piece of heart, which knocked him out of Water Walk, and he doesn't have the Moon Pearl, so he can't get back into it. So that second check will be unknown. Yeah. I know there's a setup where you can set a bomb before opening that chest, and then the bomb damage will put you back into Water Walk, but you have to be planning for that.
Huh. As if anyone could actually anticipate or plan for something like that.
Well, I know, like, Telethar tends to do it just in case.
Yeah.
Ooh, very nice Waffle House drive-through by Skele.
And Zora actually has something useful.
I saw a big key. I didn't catch to what.
For GT.
Oh, yeah, we need that.
Yeah, that's 500 rupees well spent.
Skele is now getting to one of our densest locations. Ooh, lamp on the mountain, so flute was definitely our logical axis there.
Right.
Eastern is a vanilla green pendant today. And Samaria.
Mirror and Samaria. So Hera is accessible, can't be fit. Well, yeah, with our setups, yes, they can, but they'd be orphaning the big chest.
Right. And hey, there's a big key on Desert Ledge, which we cannot quite yet get to. If we get the mitts, we could get to it, or if we get the book.
Right. Everyone's favorite cave hermit, Agina. That's what you got today.
That looks pretty vanilla to me. So Skele now cleaning up what GFE's done, GFE cleaning up what Skele's done. We'll see what happens to Skele, whether that piece of heart is going to be a fourth piece of heart for him as well, or if he'll get the second check.
It's entirely possible. I think he picked up one in the mountains, so it could well be.
Skele also sees that small key on Lake Hylia Island.
Alright, let's take a look-see, and... Yep.
So both of our runners will be in the dark about what that second chest contains.
We'll see how that plays out. I mean, I wonder, maybe when they get around to catfish, they might...
Right. We have the mirror, so as long as they have flippers by then, I imagine.
Yeah.
They might want to hold off catfish until they have flippers for that very reason.
Right. Yeah. Chad's asking, Skele got a whole heart. He did in Paradox.
What's funny is we have the bow to set up a splash delete, but we don't have any arrows.
Yeah, slight problem there. Okay, so now Skele gonna finish off the rest of Saha, etc. But take a flyer into Eastern, or maybe take a flyer into Hera.
Yeah, and then you have to wonder about Castle Tower. We don't have any small keys for it, but the first check's in logic, and if we get a small key, that gives us the second check.
Right. Yeah, it's another one of those kind of weird one-offs. You don't necessarily want it, but we're already kind of running out of ideas here.
Looks like Skele is heading into Eastern here.
In terms of volume, this is a good play. It's 4 checks. It's just kind of none of them are that close to each other. This is not a particularly item-rich dungeon per se.
But what do we even have left? Skele hasn't done Agina yet, and other than that, there's just that first check of Castle Tower. I'm hard-pressed to think of anything else. Well, Hera, right, you mentioned Hera.
And Tower of Hera, yeah. And they can
which is what GFE's doing now.
Right, and logically, I think that's 3 checks.
Right.
Again, they can finish, but in terms of what's logically actually doable. It's only 3 checks.
And Skele finds the ice big key in Eastern. Logically required. Only adds 1 check, and it's a check we can't get to right now.
Right. Another big
Ooh,
key.
Yeah. Eastern. Oh. Okay, so GFE is better situated now. He can actually full clear Eastern in logic.
Yeah. And is okay. Not about to go to the basement just yet.
But yeah, Skele's going to have to double dip Eastern, and as you said, while he does have 4 checks in here, it takes a little bit of time to do them, and he's going to have to go back through a lot of this.
Right, it's an extra minute or so of his time, and in a race like this, you know, double dipping, if you can avoid it, is critical. So,
All we got out of there was the ice big and the Skullwood small.
Yeah. Neither of which is really, you know, that significant. A vanilla heart container and a red pendant.
Is that also vanilla?
I believe it is, yes.
So we have 2 vanilla pendants that we know about. We don't have access to any crystals yet.
So
this makes sense. GFE clearing out Hera basement.
Yeah, it's logical, and you know at this point you take what you can get. But so GFE first on the board at 2042.
Yeah, at least it is AD keys, so you don't feel bad about having to do all these pendant dungeons.
And who knows, with 2 Light World dungeons being pendants, maybe, you know, we're a ways off, but with that Master Sword also in tow, you got to be thinking, well, could today be the day?
Yeah, Moon Pearl on Ped would be something. We'd still need either mitts or a book to get into Desert, and then the small and the big keys to put landmarks in logic.
Yeah, the mathing is a bit of a thing, but oh, the hilarity.
And GFE is not surprisingly taking his Eastern big key to Eastern.
Yeah, no, that was, as you said, as far as logical checks that we have not seen yet, I think honestly at this point it is just Castle Tower. Yeah, you could do Hobo, but again, that's out of logic, and you know, actually be pretty sad if it ends up being something that really, you know, you do need.
Right, but with the game giving us the Eastern Big, I have to imagine there'll be something of use in either Eastern Big chess or on the boss.
That would be my assumption as well. My inclination is, I'd say Titan's Mitts, honestly, because we're still essentially. You still need Moon Pearl somewhere, so at least with Titan's Mitts, you can kind of, you know, do the back cut into Desert, and there's a few more checks and another big key.
Yeah, and King's Tomb.
King's Tomb, right.
Right, Titan's Mitts would get us a chunk of Desert and Checkerboard in King's Tomb.
Yeah.
Would also get a Super Bunny out of logic.
Right. So 23:33, so about a 3-minute difference in their first dungeon completion.
Skele probably goes back to Eastern at this point.
I mean, yeah, as you said, he hasn't done a Gina, but he's done everything else. So it's like, well, you know, what else?
Yeah, and you have a beatable dungeon.
You know, and Chad is correct. Green pendant at Eastern, so Saha might be holding something. You know.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like, oh right, this is vanilla. This is almost a vanilla randomizer.
And conveniently, Saha's right there.
Yeah.
GFE using the Cane of Burna to preserve his sword beams.
All right, so actually our runners are going to be almost in sync as GFE just finishes the loop around Eastern.
Wasn't in the big chest.
Well, life, I guess, can never be that kind. It can only, it has to give it everything out in parcels. Chat invoking Glengarry, Glen Ross, ABCD, always be clearing dungeons.
And since this is all dungeons, we don't even have to reduce it to always be clearing crystal dungeons, which some people prefer to say. We'll find out if Armos has anything.
Oh,
you called
there's
it. So
right,
green pendant and then flute to 6.
Yep. Well, after we get our reward from Saha, but
that's why I said green pendant and then.
Right. Yeah. All right. Another one of these orphan things you don't like to leave behind, but just a compass to swamp in this case. So.
And Skele will... Oh! GFE?
Oh.
Wait, what are we...
we
don't have a mushroom. We don't have any bottles.
I don't follow.
King's Tomb.
Yeah.
King's Tomb.
King's Tomb. Yeah. Okay. All right, going for the orphan, kind of the one-off here versus the volume, but we shall see.
I didn't actually catch what Meyer Medallion was.
It was Quake.
Okay, so once we have the Moon Pearl, we can get into Meyer. Oh, Desert!
Oh, Desert! Boom!
Gross. We are a Desert small away from being able to pull Ped if Desert is a pendant.
Yeah. Moon Pearl Ped, Yeah, Moon Pearl Ped.
It would be funny if the small is in checkerboard and then they have to go back into Desert.
Wouldn't that be... Well, hold that thought.
Vanilla?
No.
No, Meyer small. Okay.
Well, opposite land.
I mean, we can go and steal... Oh, there's the Moon Pearl, okay. Sitting in map chest. I was going to say, we can steal the small key and beat Landmo if it comes to it.
I think that's a good choice anyways, just to get that out of the way.
And that is what Skele's doing.
Well... Yeah, Moon Pearl, we're still... Okay, we know we have Dark World access, that's right, but, yeah.
Let's see how these runners' bow Landmo strats are.
Yeah.
Oh, chat is noting that Meyer is beatable too. We have the big key, we have the way to open it, we have Samaria.
Yeah, it's a thing. And they're 7 and 8 hearts respectively, so you've got to be a little careful with Vidi, because Vidi hits with like a truck with green mail, but doable.
We have Berna at least.
Yeah, another a nice defensive capability for sure.
Yeah, so you can activate Berna and kind of dash back and forth. And there is another Meyer Small. I think the game's telling us where it wants us, and that's our first crystal too. Ooh, and very nice Berna strats by GFE too, taking down 2 of the Landmos that way. Much faster fight than Skele.
Yeah, so our runners at the 30-minute mark are dead even. Skele a slight lead, but this is very close and very fast so far. 3 dungeons knocked off in 30 minutes. Even in Kabuki, that's really impressive.
And there's Pod Big, which you like to see, and our 4th Pod Small.
Mm-hmm.
And remember that Skele hasn't done a Gina, so he'll give his small lead back to GFE when he checks that. But yeah, I think you have to do Meyer while you're over here.
It certainly makes sense. Just get it out of the way.
You don't have any other beatable dungeons. GFE is in fact doing it before Checkerboard.
It takes some doing. Well, they could could do ice, but they require some shenanigans.
Yeah. Skele is not doing well, unless he's gone a flute.
No, it looks like he's going to do some overworld hunting.
Okay, Dark Death Mountain, yeah, we can do it, certainly.
The whole thing, yeah.
Well, not Spike Cave, we don't have a hammer, but we can do everything else.
Right. There still is a lot to do as far as items are concerned. We're missing both rods, we're missing ether, hammers, so perfectly valid choice if you can get all what you need now and expedite some of this hunting around that GFE is doing currently in Meyer.
Yeah, now left side Meyer technically not in logic because we don't have the 3rd small, but you have 2.
Yeah.
You assume the 3rd somewhere.
Right. Super Bunny gives us Turtle Rock big.
Yeah, still don't have a hammer to unlock TR, but maybe the hammer's up here.
Hey. GFE.
Or maybe the hammer's in Meyer.
Who knows? Yeah, GFE picking up a heart container.
Oh, no fire rod. We have to do the torches here the way the game intends you to.
It's good practice. Hookshot Cave, $50. A fetch quest.
That was our 2nd skull small.
So Dark Death Mountain rolling snake eyes here for Skele, and the Turtle Rock big. There's the hammer. So
as I was saying, it could be in Meyer, which is interesting. So that 3rd Meyer small has to be somewhere close by to put the hammer in logic.
Right. Then again, yeah. So, all right. So GFE. Following the ABCD of A Link to the Past Rando, coming up big with the hammer here. We'll see what Skele comes up with in Skull Woods.
That makes, Spike Cave possible for GFE. It also means that he could dip TR, though without any smalls, he's not going to get very far. I mean,
Right.
really just
Yeah.
compass chest. Oh,
Right.
no ice rod hunt today. Skelly's really accumulating the fetch quests.
Yeah, it's and at least with the shovel, if he's going to do the typical gauntlet through. Oh. Okay.
Sorry, Skull big key, so okay, mirror, we just go right back and check the big chest. Oh, there's our third mire. Okay.
Yeah. Works out. Yeah, say like at least with the shovel, like if he does the typical walk through the middle of Dark World, he'll get he'll make use of that shovel. I'm surprised if he takes a death warp here just to kind of restock his health.
Hey, there's our first TR small.
TR1, all right.
But you don't really want to go into TR without the fire rod.
No, or either rod. Both. You really want to go in with both rods ideally, but yeah, definitely at least fire.
Well, Skele has ice.
Right. Oh yeah, Skele. That's right. Yeah.
And I imagine GFE will wind up in that same Skullwoods Village of Outcasts area before too long once he finishes.
Oh, I imagine so, yeah.
Okay, as I was expecting, GFE doing some burn strats here, and he now has plenty of arrows for the rest of it.
Well, I'd be a little careful here. He didn't finish the phase 1, so just has to kind of give himself a bit of a wide berth, and now he's fine.
There's our third medallion, okay. So yeah, that's 4 dungeons down for him.
Yep. Yeah, Hera, Eastern, Desert, and Myers. So yeah, 4-3 on the dungeon count. And walked away with a hammer, so lots more to be done now. And yeah, with Ether being the access point to Turtle Rock, he gets up there. Even if he can't go far, it's still at least
Flute to 1 or flute to 3.
There's
4.
Always, I think, hype cave.
Oh right, Hammer gives us that portal.
Yeah, so we got Skele and the Village of Outcasts. Chess game comes up with a vanilla piece of heart.
Honestly, if GFE doesn't mind orphaning a chest or two, he can do pod.
Yeah.
And as we know, there's always a pod small in pod, so chances are he won't even have to orphan stuff.
Right. Red shield for Skele to start off Thieves Town.
There's our second ice small for GFE, so he could also fake flipper and do ice in its entirety.
Yeah, Skele came away with the Desert Small. So that answers the rest of that riddle. And yeah, the Hype Cave was barely a 1 out of 10. Went for that small key, it would be a 0.
Skele also finds our third GT small, but that doesn't really do much for us.
IP small, excuse me, yeah.
Yeah, the second IP small actually has no logical implications since we already have Hookshot and Samaria.
So GFE, while he's in the neighborhood, is going to check out CT.
Just some money. Yeah, Skele's probably gonna do Smith Chain. But he'll have to skip hammer pegs.
Yep. Six Stakes comes up with a map.
Is GFE gonna do Catfish and orphan that second waterfall check? Looks it.
It would appear. It would appear so.
I'm a little bit surprised because Pod is effectively clearable. Catfish is out of the way, and I think since you know you skipped that other check, you'd want... I mean, I guess he could splash delete. We now have enough arrows.
True.
There's the Thieves Big from Smith's. There's our first bottle from Catfish. GFE is mirroring, so yeah, here's the splash delete, some bombs. But Skele's in a tough situation because he'd have to skip Thieves' Big Chest if he went in, and for all that, we just got a compass in the Waterfall Ferry. And GFE's gonna do slightly out of logic ice.
Yeah.
Now, because of that hammer, I like GFE's position a lot better than Skele's.
Yeah, especially since Skele's not coming away with anything that's really, no fire rod. There's a small key too. Well, okay, there's Castle Tower.
Okay, if the second chest has something. By the way, notice that because we're on the Doors branch, maps and compasses do not have any logical implications in Key Sanity. We just found the eastern map here in ice, and that would be impossible in a VT Key Sanity seed. Huh. French vanilla blue mail.
And French vanilla bottle, the regular bottle.
Yeah,
bottle doesn't come with anything.
That's Skele's first.
Correct, yeah. So Skele heading towards Misery Mire now.
Oh. That's the second night in a row that there was a Kabuki race last night where both armors were in ice.
Well, if GFE had any concerns about Cold Stare, I think those have been put to rest now. This is going to be pretty straightforward.
Yeah, you'd like to have Hammer tempered, but we can do it with...
yeah.
Sorry, you'd like to have Fire Rod or tempered, but we can do it with Hammer and Master Sword.
Yeah.
And a bottle of Blue Goo, let's not forget.
Right.
Okay, second DR small? Well, I guess it's GFE's first.
Right, it's first for GFE, but, probably, stirring something in his mind, like, soon. Yeah, TR is probably not next, but Pod could be. With 4 smalls and the big key, it's got to be very much on GFE's mind, and probably Skele's as well, as far as next, where you go next.
Well, once Skele gets the hammer, which he's about
Right.
to.
Right. Okay, so good start for GFE against Cold Stare. A little box getting pushed around a little bit here, but maintaining control and takes care of business.
And he even hugged a puff, but it only took 2 hearts because of the red mail.
Right. So, well, that's our third pendant.
That's Ped. Ped can't be flippers, but it could be something else we need.
Fire Rod.
Actually, wait a minute. No, we still never got the Hera Big, did we?
No, that's true. We're still... They have been playing a bit out of logic here, yeah.
Speaking of out of logic, GFE is doing that hobo check now.
Yeah. Hobo leaves GFE some pocket change.
GFE's got 5 dungeons down to Skele's 3, but now GFE is going to do Dark Death Mountain with 1 TR small.
Yeah, and even if he doesn't really make a deep run into TR, he might just unlock it.
Yeah. And he'll probably, since he's there, he'll check Compass Chest and Chain Chomps. That's all he can do.
Right. Excuse me. And yeah, he probably will finish with Spike Cave.
Right, which Skele wasn't able to do without the hammer.
Right.
And we in fact needed that ether. So we've used all 3 of our medallions.
As far as an end game is concerned, we could be looking at a fire rod or something based on what we've seen.
Or flippers, or some keys.
Yeah, as far as keys, oh!
Bit of a feels bad there for GFE because, okay, he's decided he does not want to dive further. Because I was going to say, that's a big rabbit hole to go down once you have your second TR small.
Yeah,
And no big.
Wait it out, you know, if you can come away with Fire Rod, which, based on what we've seen from as far as intelligence goes, seems Pod is the most likely location.
Could be in the back of Thieves, though. There are 4
Good.
checks there.
Could.
Oh, and there's the TR big. I forgot where that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we want to take a deep dive with no rods.
No. So, it's back to a 1 dungeon lead for GFE, but GFE seems to have the long-term advantage at the moment. Skele's making a good play, I think, here going into Desert, taking a look at this small key. Fortunately, unfortunately rolled snake eyes.
Scully gonna do ice? No, he's gonna finish Thieves probably.
Oh, he's gonna check.
We haven't seen Sick Kid yet.
We have not seen Sick Kid. I always knew he was a closet anarchist.
As GFE likewise just finds some bombs in Spike Cave.
So, see what GFE's next decision is. Oh, mushroom, yeah. Another orphan. We have not seen this yet, I don't believe.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting that he's deciding not to do fake powder. Okay, so Skullwoods is a 5/6 and TR is a regular. Well, we know everything has to be crystals.
Right. Yeah. That's pod 5 for GFE, so I think that probably clinched the decision for him.
Yeah, that's a full clear as long as you hammer jump.
Right. Skele gonna finish off Thieves.
And Pod's what, 14 checks?
14 checks, yeah. So, in terms of density, this is the best play, but we'll see if Skele can come away with, say, a fire rod here, or flippers, or something, or another big key, perhaps. Although I think actually we've got almost all the big keys, don't we? If I'm reading the tracker right, we're just short a swamp pig from
Hera
from a full set.
Yeah, and so we need a swamp small.
Yep. Couple.
And we've seen enough TR smalls to get through it if we skip the lava chest.
Right. Between the two of them, there's been 3 TR smalls.
GFE making straight for the back of Pod.
Yeah.
Actually, that makes sense. You mirror out here, then you do the loop through the vanilla big key chest up the right side, and you just go to the boss that way.
Right. Yeah. This is good. This is good decision on GFE's part.
Nothing so far in Thieves.
Yeah, but matching pieces of heart for Skele and GFE there.
Not that Pod's given us anything either.
No, just a lot of just nothing. Another skull small, that doesn't really help.
It's logically necessary for Moth, but we're not getting to Moth without Fire Rod anyway.
Right, so yeah, kind of a moot point anyways, but Skele doing just fine against Blind. An easy scripted fight. Another heart container.
Yeah, so far, I mean, I'm probably jinxing us by saying this, but so far the seed's been pretty nice about handing us stuff.
Yeah, and health has not been a problem, has not been an issue.
And GFE's just had the slightly better route because he got Hammer sooner.
He got Hammer sooner, and after Desert, Skele did more Overworld as a priority.
There's a swamp small.
Okay, so that takes care of that once flippers become a thing.
So we just need CT2 for small keys in terms of what we hard need.
Right.
We'd like the 4th TR small so that we know that we can full clear it. Fake powder from Skele. That's got nothing.
"13 checks, and GFE is basically going to be coming away with just a crystal at this point."
Yeah, Pod's been a whole lot of junk.
Yeah, this is surprising.
Looks like Skele may be making the Pod play too.
I mean,
Well, he's checking
Yep.
Pyramid first. Maybe he'll dip CT, actually, because he can do both checks.
right? Yeah, he can do that while he's lurking about up there.
Probably the best thing Skele could see here is a vanilla Pod small. That's CT small. Nope. Because I was going to say, if he gets that, it'll be a long time before GFE goes back for it.
Oh yeah.
And that is dungeon number 6 for GFE.
6 to 5. But wow, yeah, that 14 checks and coming up basically empty. Like, that's pretty astonishing, honestly.
Okay, Skele's got to do Pod now that he's gotten his 5th.
Yeah, that get some medicine while he's at it.
GFE is going to work into Village from the bottom. I'm guessing Skele will also splash delete here to check that orphan chest.
I would think so.
This is going to be a great route for GFE, assuming he does pick up the Smith on his way into Village, because he'll then just get the Thieves' Big before he even touches Thieves.
Yeah, that would definitely play to his advantage. Again, another double dip avoided.
And GFE, having used his mushroom, won't be fake powdering, so that'll save him some time.
So the end game is starting to come into focus here with the fire rod, the flippers, being the two big stumbling blocks as we near the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, you wonder where they are. Because we still can't get into Swamp.
Right. Red Crystal looms. The Skullwoods is one of them, so obviously Fire Rod can't be there. Flippers could, I think.
You gotta be, like... Neither of the runners are at this point yet, but between the two of them, we've got to be starting to think about maybe TR has that Fire Rod.
It's entirely possible. I think that is probably, as far as options, that's a last resort play. Skele still has to do Ice Palace, which, again, out of logic, but... So he knows that the Flippers won't be there, but maybe he's hoping something is.
Yeah, he could easily be hoping for the rule of fire that Fire Rod could be behind Bombos.
That's entirely possible, yeah. And the book is also a wild card item here just because you figure something is gonna, perhaps be behind one of the three pedestals.
Yeah, though again, we have this weird situation where Ped is logically behind Flippers and Hera Big, neither of which we have.
Correct. Saying it feels like everything except TR and Ped has been done now. That's not too far from the truth, honestly. Between the two of them, yeah, we have pretty much seen everything. At this point, they are just kind of clearing the decks, that they haven't already handled. Like GFE still hasn't been to Skull yet, but he might delay on that a little bit, but probably not too much longer. There's the smoke.
I would think it's his logical next play after Thieves.
It probably would be just on the off chance that you come away with something. Because Skull Woods, Pendant or Crystal is notorious. I feel with some runners, like it always just seems to have something.
And at that point, he'll have 3 TR Smalls, TR Big, and Ice Rod, and then you have to just be thinking, well, what if the 4th TR Small and the Fire Rod are in TR?
Well, yeah, and that it's given, and he's probably thinking, well, the seed's already been, having a funny with me as it is, so why not that? Helma, nice and stationary there after the mask gets shattered, giving Skele an easy victory for his 6th dungeon. So 6-6 as we are just over the 1 hour mark here, and both runners have more or less cleared each other. GFE is about to knock out Thieves, which Skele has already done, but Skele has yet to do Ice Palace, which GFE cleared about 20 minutes ago. During this slight break in the action, if you haven't already, do give our runners a follow tonight. Some fine play here this evening from two of the best players in the ALTTPR community.
And shout-outs to our trackers, Aldera and Kith.
Yes, a full team tonight for this round 3 Kabuki match. But much appreciated to both of them.
Yeah, I guess the only question is, will GFE do right side desert before he goes back to the mountain? Because I'm really starting to think the answer's in TR.
It would appear so, given what we've seen. TR is all we really have left as far as progression.
Now, what would be crazy is if the answer in TR is Hera Big, and then the answer's in Hera Big Chest. Oh, and Skele is going for TR
Yep.
on one
Okay,
small.
Okay, 105.
Or did he get more smalls in Pod? I can't remember where GFE got his 2 smalls. Oh, one was in TR, right?
Right, yeah. What was in TR? I think the other might have been in Ice Palace. GFE is gonna head up towards Skull. Or no, not just yet.
Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
He'll probably double back Scout Bumper Ledge and then do Skull Woods. He doesn't have too many options.
No.
And GFE's like, I have enough money already, thank you very much.
Did Skele check Bumper Cave, or is this going to be our first look at it?
Not sure.
You'd think we would have remembered that. Sword.
Yeah, might want that if we don't find the 4th one. Assuming we can find the cape.
Well, though if silvers end to pop up anywhere, that's probably going to render the whole thing moot. Heart number 15 for GFE, so health is not an object, and Skele about to become a much stronger link.
And there's GFE's Ice Rod.
Given that that shovel might delay him just a little bit, but given the timing of this, like, he's got to be, and everything else, like, yep, I think I know what's next for me.
I wonder if he checks Ped just because he's here.
Why not? I mean, it's like, we're in the neighborhood, you got all 3 pendants, you're hoping, and no, neither runner has checked Ped as of yet.
Well, Skele can't check Ped because he's
right. Skele can't
to get his 3rd pendant.
Yeah, in about 2 minutes he will. And no book required for the Master Sword. There's Turtle Rock. There's TR.
Yeah, there's TR3 for GFE, but he's mirrored out. Oh, no, he is mirroring here. Probably a better route through the light world to get to Ped. So, here's your Ped hype in chat.
Ready, chat.
Nice track. Aww.
Ped is dead. But we had a good laugh, didn't we?
We got a little love.
Yeah.
So where's GFE? Back to the Dark World. What's he gonna do in the Dark World from here?
Uh, well, yeah, I'm not really sure what GFE's thinking at this stage.
What do we have over here?
Yeah.
He's already done catfish. Nice way to set up a water walk.
Oh, I think he's going for that small key on Lake Hylia Island.
Oh, right. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah. So Skele takes care of business with, that's CT. Nope, that's Pod
there's
6.
Pod's. Okay, so Pod was logically behind Flippers.
Okay, so... Yeah, GFE, I think, is just making sure everything is a handle before he commits to Turtle Rock, because, again, this is not something you want to be doing without Fire Rod. Had that castle's tower, like, yeah. Like GFE's like, really? Okay, yeah, so GFE is, yeah, crossing all the T's and dotting the I's first. Skele's heading up.
Skele will be the first one into doing more of TR.
Right, well, a relatively, okay, he's got two smalls, so...
Yeah, I'm trying to think, how did Skele get through everything sooner than GFE? Did he skip anything that GFE did? I guess like Hylia Island.
Yeah, GFE's been doing, and Skele didn't pull pet either, so...
Right. Skele must have his... Yeah, Skele does have his third TR small, even though it's not on his tracker. He got that advice.
He's up to 3 now because of TR, but Skele, GFE's heading straight for it.
Yeah, so very slight lead to Skele right now.
Very, yeah. And for most of the match, it was GFE, but yeah, this the routing has kind of turned back in Skele's favor a little bit, even though he double dipped twice.
Yeah. GFE catches up a little bit here because he's already been to Compass Chest.
Right.
Skele had just enough magic for another cast of Ether.
Yeah. It's true. GFE did Spike Cave as well. That's another one-off that Skele never did because Skele didn't have the hammer at the time.
GFE also has knowledge of Tempered Sword if we do find Cape in here.
Yeah.
Though if we find Tempered in here, that fourth sword knowledge won't do him any good.
No. Chat saying...
There's Cape.
Speak of the devil. The chat saying Skele knows about the sword too, right?
Okay. But yeah, Skele probably does Spike Cave after this since he's up here.
Yeah.
And I seriously doubt he'll be in go mode.
No, yeah. GFE did Spike Cave. Skele couldn't.
Oh, hello, Flippers.
Okay, then.
Which means Fire Rod's probably in Swamp.
More than likely.
But you have to go through the Laser Bridge. Laser Bridge is in Logic.
A small key to this dungeon, alright.
Okay, well, there you go. Bugnet, because why not?
Sankart.
So, do you go back and do Lava Chest now? I think Skele is.
Yep. That's a good call.
Garbage. And Skele skipping Spike Cave. Just going straight for Swamp.
I mean, again, from a volume standpoint, it makes sense. There's 10 checks there.
Yeah.
9, because you can't do the big chest yet.
And we're Fire Rod for Go Mode. So if this lead of Skele's holds, what it'll come down to is GFE had better routing, but was just a little bit too thorough.
Yeah. After Pod, you know, he took the time to do a lot of the overworld checks he'd kind of left out, and unfortunately, a lot of that didn't really lead to anything in particular.
Oh, right, chat reminding us, we need a CT small, and that can be literally anything.
Right. So yeah, that CT small does loom large. But we're also dwindled on the number of checks we still have in play. It could be a one-off, like, you know, Tower of Hera big chest, but, well.
CT small's probably in GT, it has a way of being there.
Yeah. Yeah. GFE did get a CT small from the shovel, but that's... Skele
has that too.
Skele checked it, I believe. You checked the location. Both checked CT, but I think Skele went up the stairs and checked the second chest. GFE is going for that red sword.
It'll give him a faster Argus fight.
No? I mean, if everything plays out, and you know that does add up, but this is still a bit of a time-intensive detour.
Right. If Skele never finds the fourth sword and has to come here for his tempered because it is going to make a quicker Ganon fight, then GFE gets this time back. But if Skele finds the other sword somewhere, GFE just ate a lot of time.
Yeah, I think this is GFE might be born of a little bit of frustration on GFE's part. Skele about finishing off the left side of Swamp Palace. We got item 2 arrow, just not the one we were looking for.
Would be interesting if GFE then gambles and skipping left side swamp. We're only go -2, so
Yeah.
there's an argument for skipping left side swamp.
A lot of variables in play here. Given GFE's play, I'm inclined to think he is less unlikely to skip, but we'll see.
Yes, he's been extremely thorough to this point.
And that was a blessing early on, but there's CT2. That was good for him early, but now it's starting to kind of hurt him a little bit, just because a lot of the overall checks he left off the table, even though he routed it pretty well, it ate into his lead. So we'll see. All right, two checks left. One of them being Argus.
A boomerang.
Yep.
Okay. There's the fire rod we knew was almost certainly here in swamp.
So that is go, isn't it?
That it is. So, yeah, now the big question is, does Skele find Tempered on the way? If not, does he go back and get the one out of Bumper Cave? And GFE is skipping left side swamp.
He's going to be rewarded for this.
Because he's now go -1 with the CT small,
right.
And so, yeah. Probably, if you don't find Fire Rod in the back, you come back here, but he's about to be in go mode.
Right. And Skele, you're seeing kind of what you were describing with Argus, like, Skele did a good job, but kind of got into a bit of a fight there. So 120-158 for Skele, for GFE, that's a difference of 1 minute on go mode.
But right, Skele a minute ahead, GFE up a sword.
So
that's not trivial in the gauntlet either. The difference between Tempered and Master.
It's like you're wondering what the difference is. You're seeing it right here because GFE is just carving up Argus's shield.
So I can't remember. Did Skele have the second CT small when he went left side? Or did he go straight left side and not get the CT small first?
He went left side and then he got the CT small. Okay,
so that's probably the difference, that GFE did a little bit more, so then he was go -1 and making that decision based on go -1 while Skele was go -2.
Right.
And Skele is going for Tempered, which will give time back to GFE, and so GFE will be back in Skullwoods first.
It's 45-second difference on their crystal grabs from Swamp. So
this is going to be super close and just pure execution from here on out.
Yeah, Skele seemed to have the advantage in some respects early on, but GFE, no slouch either, and you're seeing... We'll see how this plays out here, but both runners, red mail, 17 hearts. They've got some blue goo to work with.
And GFE is like 5 seconds ahead.
Yeah. If that.
But yeah, they've really got the same loadouts and everything. We should also note that this mode has a setting to disable blue balls based on, well, you're doing AGA anyway, regardless, so we'll just take out the blue balls for quality of life.
Right.
Yeah, runners in the same room now. This is fitting. Their previous race was decided by a minute.
This is looking like it's going to be even less than that at this rate, because some kind of pattern. GFE not getting a lot of help from Mothula early on here.
Yeah, Skele takes down Moth about a second sooner.
Yeah, about exactly one, like about a second and a half.
Yeah, this is insane.
All right, so three dungeons to play: CT, GT, and TR. TR will be next, then GT, and then Castle Tower to finish the job.
Right, and if Skele gets another super clean Waffle House drive-through like he did the last time he came over, that could save him some time. There we go. Yeah, GFE isn't maintaining dash speed, though he doesn't really lose that much time. Oh, GFE cost himself a second there. Thought about taking the lower portal, and that indecision ate up a second.
Yeah. It's the little things, yeah. And, the gauntlet in GT. How if Aga gives some kind of weird pattern here in the second fight. Troll Door in round 2. Who knows?
Right. If one of these runners can do Aga 2 in a cycle less, that's like what, a 6-second difference?
And yeah. And another thing to consider is, as in the final rooms before GT, before Aga 2, do you check any of the chests in the hope that you land silvers somehow?
Right, because silvers will save you at least 25 seconds in Ganon.
Right.
But otherwise, you've eaten up maybe 5 seconds doing those few checks.
Right. Yeah, there's 4 checks they could do, but I guess it also is, that's somewhat predicated on how ahead or behind do you feel. And I don't know, like, I think for the runners, like, it could be a little bit of both. Like, man, this is going pretty well. It's like probably going pretty well for my opponent too.
Yeah, Skele's doing just a little bit better on TR execution, has himself a room plus lead now.
Yeah, we saw that kind of bear out actually very early on in the castle, in the opener. Oh, okay. So in the opening minutes, because Skele was just a little faster, a little sharper than GFE.
Yeah, so I guess so far the factors have been Skele has slightly better execution, GFE was a little bit more thorough, which cost some time, and Moth RNG.
Right, yeah, the middle game for GFE, well, going into the end game is where he lost most of his advantage, because he was clearing out the dungeons pretty quickly, but then after Ice Palace, all the way to Swamp, he definitely slowed his pace down because he started realizing, well, maybe something to this overworld stuff too.
Though I guess for thoroughness, Skele did fake Powder Magic Bat.
He did. So, it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and Skele taking care of Trinex, no problem. Gets a 1 rupee reward, and Trinex.
GFE has a bit of trouble with that third neck, so that's going to give Skele a few more seconds.
Yep. All right, so fade to black at 129.35. GFE.
You got to figure nerves come into play here too.
Oh, for sure. 16-second difference between the runners on the fade to black. So Skele with a lead, but it's a very tenuous lead right now. And yeah, like nerves, you know, as experienced as they are, they see this very likely going to be about, I don't know, a 140x probably, and like, woof, this is going to be close. They're especially if they think their opponent played about as well as they did, and I'm sure they do. Chad is right. The execution by Skele is just a little better, just a little sharper, a little cleaner. You know, less, you know, fewer hiccups. But you know, we've seen, you know, the gauntlet has made children out of men more than once. But so far, Skele 2 rooms down, really cleaning up.
Very nice. Skele a full 2 rooms ahead of GFE now.
Yeah, wow, he's just flying through the rooms, the first 4 rooms, and clears it out. Very, very nicely done. Oh, yes, GFE kind of running into a little bit of trouble there.
Skele will probably get the 2-cycle landmo. GFE's been conserving his magic, so he might get a 1-cycle landmo.
He might, but that's not going to make up much for what he's been putting himself through here. Is, you know, he's just about to start landmo, and Skele's already on floor 5.
Yeah, GFE was clearly thinking, like, I want to conserve my magic and do a 1-cycle landmo. And he's not even getting the 1-cycle for all that.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, not getting a lot of help there from the RNG. It is always nice to see, and assuming they don't go for it, but a 0 out of 27 in GT. That happened in one of the other Kabuki races I called. It was a pure 0 for 27.
Yeah, last night in a Kabuki race, one of the runners did that.
Skele checking the left chest, comes away with 3 bombs. Like, well, that was a waste. Like, what the hell was I thinking doing that?
Well, here he checks again for a big 20.
Yeah, 20, so 2 checks, neither particularly inspiring. Easy peasy, Troldorm 2-fight. GFE's like, nope, not doing it.
But even if GFE skips all of this, which it looks like he is, it's not making up enough time.
No. But there's still other things that can come into play. I mean, you know, some of those dark rooms in CT, you know, you take a wrong turn and all of a sudden, like, whoops, off the edge you go.
I think that was a double.
I think so. Another double, using the magic cape there to kind of provide a little bit of cover, and nope, it was a single. That first one was a single.
Okay, so Skele is doing a 4-cycle here. GFE could make up a little bit of time on a 3-cycle.
So, see, nope,
that was just a single.
Yeah, that's a tricky angle. Nice double there, kind of from a
But unless he can get a triple here, he's... Yeah, no.
Oh.
That was only a single, so... He'll get a double here, but still, 4-cycle versus 4-cycle.
So, about 134.30 for Skele.
He re-entered CT at 134.51, so let's see what time GFE re-enters CT.
Yeah.
And does GFE go for that one chest that he hasn't gotten? Probably not.
No.
Okay, so Skele has built himself about a 26-second lead now just from execution in TR and GT.
Yeah. That, that is something. Yeah, there are, again, this is still anybody's race. This is going to be very close, as is befitting of a round 3 match between two players who have been deep in these tournaments before. They know how it goes.
Yeah, so I guess in terms of thoroughness of checks, it kind of balanced out with GFE skipping left side swamp, and Skele did do the second check in Castle Tower and all that.
Yeah, and it's that kind of stuff is largely interchangeable.
So really, GFE's cleaner routing against Skele's cleaner execution.
Yeah, and the cleanness, ultimately wasn't as significant in the end because GFE ended up doing a lot of the stuff Skele did at the 30 to 50 minute mark. It was just later, and all those early clears on the dungeons ultimately brought it back to about even.
Yeah, what could have been interesting is if GFE, once he got... TR Big was in Super Bunny, right?
Yes.
So if GFE had gone into TR at that point, since he had already gotten the second TR small inside TR, if he had decided then to dive deeper, he could have gotten the flippers then, and that would have changed everything.
The chat, I think, had brought that up earlier, and I've been kind of turning that over in my mind. Like, could you? Yes. Would you? Probably not. Not unless you felt like you were so far behind.
Yeah.
Chat, thank you. It's like, is it doable? Yes. Is it advisable? No.
Okay, Ganon thinks he's Kefka today. Too bad neither runner's using the Final Fantasy MSU.
Pity. So, okay, fade out at about a 22-second difference.
I'm getting about a 24-second difference, but either way, this is Skele's race to lose now.
Yeah, in phase 3.
Oh yeah, no excess Ganon warps either as part of the same setting that disables blue balls. Of course, the silvers were in GT.
Okay, so 12 strikes with the charged sword will take down Ganon. See if our runners can get Skele having a little trouble there as getting everything set up, hoping for triples.
Yeah, I mean, again, at this caliber of play, you need triples in a game this close, or else you risk blowing it.
Right, but that's 8, I think, for Skele. That's 9 just now. One more.
There you go.
There it is. There it is.
Get your GGs in as Skele advances to the quarterfinals.
Clean 2-0 sweep. Get your GGs out, and really, have them ready for GFE as well. Finishing with an official race time of 1 hour, 39 minutes, 31 seconds. Outstanding, sub 100.
And get your GGs in for GFE as well. He
GFE,
also gets the sub 100.
139,
24
55.
seconds.
Wow. I mean, sheesh.
I mean, GFE can't be feeling too great losing by a minute 2 and then 24 seconds, but
Yeah.
so it goes in a really close matchup.
Yeah. So it goes indeed. But what a finish. What a race. Where both runners displayed their skills and dominance in particular areas and their execution very on point, but just a little better for Skele tonight, taking the 2-0 sweep.
And we are joined by our winner, Skele, GG. And GFE, GG as well.
GG's.
GG's.
Man. You guys are going to have to watch it back. You were basically even coming out of Moth.
Yeah.
That hurts.
It was entirely an execution difference after that.
Yeah. But, it was definitely early on a bit of a contrast to GFE, going with the dungeon attack early. And knocked out 5 of them in 45 minutes and cruising along, and then then the overworld game kind of leveled it out a little bit. But I guess the one thing that we were kind of discussing and Chad had also brought up is where the flippers ended up being GFE at the time. We think, could you have done it? Could you have gone for for that spot?
I could have. So here was my plan. When I went up to Dark Death Mountain, of course, a lot of the stuff I was doing, I was hunting for a 5th pod small before I went to pod. But I had 1 small key. I was going to do the first chest there, and I was going to do chain chomps. But when I got a 2nd small, and at that point I didn't have the big key yet, I was like, I'm not going to chain chomps and then going on to mimic, because that's just dumb. So I'll just leave it to later. Then I got the big key, and I was like, I'm not going back in there until I have a 3rd small or fire rod. Of course, a 3rd small was in there. And the
fire rod was locked behind it.
Yeah. So it's I thought finding that small key in the first chest would actually be kind of a help to me, because it's like I knew about it at that point. But in the end, it probably was just a time loss.
Perhaps it was, but it was definitely a lot of those little decisions, early on. Skele, I know, you try and avoid it, but double dipping 2 dungeons, not counting Turtle Rock, but 2 other double dips, never a good feeling, but you managed to pull through all the same.
The Eastern big key was pretty irritating. Immediately after my Eastern dip, so I was kind of annoyed by that.
Yeah, and then going back through Thieves Town, though not nearly as a bit of a time sink, still irritating.
Yeah, I was fine with that.
Yeah.
There's other stuff in the area I would have to come back for anyway.
Yeah, it was definitely right around really what would you say, DeRossi? When was, you think, the kind of the turning point? There was a moment where oh wait, this is much closer now.
Yeah, I think I only realized it when Skele was going back to the mountain to do TR that
right.
But that is the time they went in and got the flippers that, Skele's ahead of GFE now. Because until then,
Yeah.
GFE saved the double dip of Eastern by doing Hera first. And we never did find that Hera Big Key, did we? Probably GT Basement. And GFE also got the hammer early, which helped with routing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure what to do about Meyer as soon as I found the pearl, because I knew I could full clear it right away, but the Vidi fight just seemed like it was going to be really bad. So I was like, whatever, I'll just come back when that's going to be at least safer and hopefully faster. It didn't really end up being faster when I did go back for it, but it was at least safer, even though I still almost died.
Yeah, I mean, having bow and master sword and Burna, I felt fairly safe.
Yeah, I think I would have done it, but I spent an inordinate amount of arrows on Landmo, so I basically had 0. So
See,
Yeah, GFE, I like your...
do it.
Burna Landmo, it's better anyway.
I realized
I
after.
was gonna say I like
Shield
Burna
on my
Landmo
AI.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Burna Landmo, underrated, but it's a lot of pressure to do bow Landmo these days, so I guess I had to go for it.
I just ignore that pressure because I'm gonna save like 3 phases doing Burna Landmo over bow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had a 5 cycle, so
Yeah.
I almost had a 2 cycle with the Burna. Missed it by like one hit.
And you both did some out-of-the-way stuff, like GFE did Hobo, and Ped and Skele did Magic Bat.
Yeah, I felt like I had to pull Ped. I mean, I know we didn't have the hair big, so it wasn't really in logic, but I was there. I didn't have a lot left when I went into Skullwoods finally. Nice hammer logic, by the way, wanting you to dip Skull first and get your vanilla big key. Well, semi-vanilla big key.
yeah, hammer's pretty weird.
Yeah, hammer was one thing I thought may get you. Some people I know will skip cutscene. I thought maybe there was a possibility with flippers so late you might have delayed Sora and could have gotten bitten by the GT Big.
No, I did Zora pretty early.
I did, yeah, same.
I sequence broke. Well, I mean, Sora was in logic, so I glove, but I sequence broke Waterfall and I got dunked after the first chest, so that was also kind of irritating. But it wasn't that bad to go back to it by the time I got around to Catfish.
Yeah. There was something else that I was thinking maybe some people would get bitten by. I think it was CT2. Like some people will delay that southern check in Swamp and just go to the back and then mix compass chest with the left side.
That actually ended up making it closer because GFE, you just went for you skipped left side entirely. Skele did all of left side.
Okay.
Yeah, I was annoyed by how that happened, because I did left side before compass chest, which is like a 1 second time save or something like that. But if I did compass first, I totally just would have done the back, because at that point it's just looking for the fire rod.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of split in my mind. Like, if it wasn't back there on Argus, like I was tempted to just leave. Because at that point I had 4 outside of Swamp. I assumed I had Pyramid Fairy. I hadn't actually checked my crystals yet. And then I had CT2 and also Powder, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of those little what ifs, and like in terms of like general routing, like both of you were definitely on point throughout. It was just a little different after about probably after the Hera, Skele going to Eastern first, and then GFE going to Hera first. That's kind of where things kind of started to split around a little bit. And then the middle game is where things kind of got, interesting. Like both of you were in completely disparate places for large stretches. So it was most entertaining.
Well, I'll just say huge GGs to Skele, because I know the dude's an execution beast. But I didn't feel too shoddy in this one.
No.
Clearly with the time difference from Moth and the fact that he had that Eastern double dip and stuff, I I'll have to watch this back because you must have
No,
crushed it at least execution wise.
no, for sure, for sure. So, yeah, well, GG's again to both of you, and good luck, Skele, in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, thanks, and GG's. It definitely doesn't feel like this should have been a 2-0, because this was super close, and then yesterday's was also super close, considering it was like a 2.5-hour race. So it does feel like I kind of got away with something with it being 2-0.
Like the total difference
It
was
did feel like that.
a minute and a half between both races
Yeah, that's crazy.
after running 4 hours of races. Yeah.
And I saw you guys in the race room before this were excited that you were going to have boots in this race.
Oh man, the first race was such a slog. I hated it. So
I didn't even
having
get
the boots.
to really appreciate my boots. My escape RNG was not friendly to me. I kept getting canceled out by the stupid sword guards. And so I just didn't even try to get a good time. When I found out guards were on the bomb pack, I just used my hook shot and farmed the ropes before Dark Cross to get enough bombs. I was glad I did too. There weren't any free bombs in Cat.
Oh, yeah, I did the same thing pretty much with the snake things.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I had. So, yeah, again, GG's, guys, and again, good luck, Skele.
Thanks for restream, and yeah, GG's again.
Yeah, GG's. Good luck going forward. I'll say thanks to all for the tournament as well, administrators, mods, everybody involved, since this is the end for me this year. Don't know if I'll still be around. I've been kind of not retired, but kind of slacking off lately with the rando side of things, but it's still been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Thank you guys for the comms and tracking as well.
Pleasure.
Yeah, GG's to both of you. Skele will be playing the winner of Flip Heel and Julo Ninja. They're going to a Game 3 and haven't scheduled that. I think they were talking about this weekend, so it might be a bit before, Skele, you even know your next opponent. But we do have a couple matches on the schedule tomorrow, New Year's Eve. Starting at 11 a.m. Eastern, Gilgamesh versus Structural Mike here on SpeedGaming Main. And other than that, please do keep an eye on the schedule. I'm sure more matches will get scheduled.
All right. Yeah, thanks all for watching. Again, thanks to our fine trackers for keeping everything straight, especially when things started getting kind of crazy there for a while. And thanks all again for watching, and Happy New Year.